We're about to get started on the market wrap for Wednesday, 6/20/2018. We'll give everybody a few minutes here to get themselves logged in and stuff before we get started. As always, you guys, as you log on, post where you're from, say hi, things like that. So we'll give everybody a couple minutes to log on here. And let's start the market update. So it is Wednesday, June 20th, 2018. You know, it's kind of an uneventful but eventful market day today. The Dow, of course, posted its 7th straight day of losses. That's its longest losing streak since March of 2017. Yeah, it's a pretty significant drawdown here, but you can see it's kind of losing its steam, and really the Dow is just your window dressing. There's some important stocks in there, but it's not a barometer for anything really. It's what your CNBC and stuff like to cheer. Remember when they had their 25,000 hats? How stupid was that? Anyways, and that's the cheerleaders with their pom-poms at CNBC. Hey, let's get into the Nasdaq. You know, Facebook and Netflix, right? Netflix blasted to new highs. Facebook took out 200 and took the Nasdaq to another record, man. Great day for tech stocks, pretty much across the board. It looked like everything was doing well. If you're in those FANG stocks, good for you, man. You're making some money. And it's kind of like, we've talked about this in the past about, this long bull market we're in. What are we in? About 9 years into it now, which is incredible. And it doesn't look like it's losing any steam, with the economic growth, with the programs that are being put into place. Fixing these trade imbalances are a big part of it too. Bringing some normality to the rate situation. We're getting closer to where we're at a proper functioning interest rate. There's a lot of good things happening. So it looks like there's plenty of juice left in the tank to take us to even higher highs. Now, the S&P 500's been struggling a little bit, but it had a green day today. What was the S&P up? Let's go take a look. While we're talking here, the S&P was up about 0.17% or 4 points. Now, that's kind of like the opposite of what we've been seeing the last few days, and we've been mentioning it. When it's down a couple points, it's really insignificant. It's flat. It's an even trading day. Today was pretty much that, but it's nice to see that green color, right? The VIX continues to trade under 13. So the volatility, the fear index isn't telling us much. In the news cycle today, was kind of an interesting news cycle day today. Some kind of important things going on. First thing that was happening was, let's talk about the market as a whole. It looks like that risk on trade is coming back into the market. What's happening is you're seeing a little bit more stock buying and stuff. Seeing a little bit, the dollar like UUP pushed up to that $25 range. And guess what? It never... it's kind of held there, but as that risk on's coming back, as this trade imbalance is worked out, as all this economic stuff starts to take footing, we get more Fed meetings, we see the dollar coming down. But that risk on trade is definitely coming back, and you're seeing it in gold. Gold's been down consistently, regardless of the market, which gold used to be the safe haven flight, right? The minute the market started losing its juice or started looking like it was selling down, people ran to gold. Well, the market's been down, 7 days in a row, and gold has just continued to go down with it. So it looks like the risk on trade is coming back. Now, here's another thing that happened today was Starbucks. Starbucks is breaking down. It had a big loss today. We're actually looking at Starbucks maybe for a long-term short. The company came out and said they were talking about what's happening with the same-source sales and stuff. And basically, they came out and the CEO, Johnson, was saying that, it needs to be more disciplined and stuff. What's happened with Starbucks is the problem with Starbucks is they forgot the people that fill out their customer surveys. They think Twitter is their customer survey. They're a slave to Twitter. Any kind of social movement that goes on, they react. Look at how they overreacted so hard with this issue with those young gentlemen that got harassed in the store. That's that's a bigger issue than just letting people use your bathroom. We felt like Starbucks kind of missed the point on that. It was a good opportunity to address what was really wrong about that. It was just wrong on so many levels. We're not arguing that, but the way Starbucks handled it, closing stores, this hardcore training, who writes this training and stuff? Who makes the rules for this? That's the big question. Well, Starbucks forgets that it's not those people that are tweeting about them. It's those people that fill out the actual customer survey, right? Those are the people that are your real customers. It all comes down to this. Everybody can love you and think you're the greatest, socially aware company and stuff like that. But if you're a Starbucks and you're not getting same store sale growth, you're screwed. That's the bottom line. So that's the Starbucks story. And then let's kind of move down. Hi, Sana. Welcome. Another big thing is, I know a lot of the trade team and stuff. I don't use it personally, but most of our clients and everybody do is Instagram. Instagram broke 1 billion users today, not just 1 billion signups. These are 1 billion active users. So you can see this whole technology and stuff, and it makes sense, right? Look at the Nasdaq. Look at how it's rallying today with Facebook leading and Netflix leading. These are great investments for the long term. These are your GEs of the past. These are your RJ Reynolds and stuff, your Caterpillars of the past. These are turning into those stocks. So they're still good investments. Of course, you want to, like any other stock, look for the good buy points and things like that. Yeah, it must be Wednesday, Roland, because everybody's showing up late. Good day, everyone. Hey, good day, Roland. And Sana is here from Sweden. Welcome. How do you say it in Swedish? Guten Tag? Is that thank you? Guten Tag. Or is that even Swedish? Stupid American. Anyways, welcome, Sana. We'll say it in Hawaiian kind. Aloha. And Roland, of course, is here. But look, let's get back to this technology talk. We love technology at our company. We utilize technology. We love automation. We love all that stuff. And it's fantastic. It's great to see a company like Instagram break 1 billion users because it's a great platform. It's a free platform. Everybody gets a lot of fun out of it. And Facebook, same way. They work out these privacy issues and stuff. Zuckerberg and his team, they kind of get this fixed where this back end stuff with the privacy and all that fixed. Facebook's still an incredible platform, and it's going to be around for a long time. So is Instagram, Twitter, all those. They're going to be around for a long time. We went long on an internet stock today. We went long on Snap this morning. So, all you guys that are following along, I'm not going to tell you exactly the play, but we went long on Snap this morning. We like Snap too. And we talked about that in the last couple of weeks, right, with Snap. They had that big problem with the hedge. Am I saying that correct, Sana? Hedge. And then we add a Hawaiian touch to it since we're in beautiful Kalihi. But, going back to that subject, we talked about it with Snap. First, there's a huge short interest. It looked like this last run that it had was going to actually maybe cause a short squeeze. It never really did. We still tapped those out. I think on that play, we ended up with, thank you, Sana. We ended up with about 262% on one of the plays, 100 something on another. Then we had one wash. We had some $18 calls that never worked out. But those were like our insurance. Those were like the super grand slam, hit the ball out of the state play. The other two we tapped big. It was definitely a very profitable play. But we're rolling into something like that right now again with Snap. So if you guys are looking for a stock of hot, fun stock to play, Snap's real fun right now, and it's a really tradable stock. You see us play it a lot. You see us, some of the stocks that we play a lot with the service are, we like to play Twitter. We like to play Snap. You see us play, when we go into banks, you see us play Bank of America a lot. These are all very tradable stocks, like with your Facebooks and stuff. These are big stocks. They're very active stocks. And it's usually hard to get yourself a nice premium and stuff as compared to your smaller ones. So like we've said with the Snap story, and it's ongoing, and we'll keep talking about it. With Snap, they had that big problem with the user interface, and Khloe Kardashian and them came out and said some bad things, and it really wrecked the stock. Well, we played that first bounce back up. We thought that would create that short squeeze, but it didn't quite get it over that hump. But it looks like it's starting to breathe some life. We stepped back from it after we made all that money on it, and we kind of let it do its thing. But we think it's a good opportunity right now if all of you guys are out there. Take a look at Snap. Very tradable right now. I bet the day traders are having fun with it, because at some point today, it popped to about, popped over a little bit over 13. It couldn't hold that for the day, but we're just getting into the play. So that's pretty much the market day. Just a Wednesday, right? Tired Wednesday. It's been a long week already, and we still have 2 more days to go. And everybody be leery out there. It looks like the market is about to get very tradable. So, it's the old saying, Warren Buffett, right? You buy when they sell, you sell when they buy, right? And a big trick to that is, when these markets are down and stuff, these are your opportunities to find good stocks, good opportunities, depending on what kind of trader you are, short term, medium term, long term, swing, however you trade. But it's a good opportunity for you to, just like we've done. Over the past week, all our subscribers can tell you we've got about 8 or 9 plays on the board right now, but we've been building these little positions to capitalize on the next move. Always think forward, always trade forward when you're trading the market. So that's a good little tip there from us. But look, Snap, we think has got something going on there, maybe a short squeeze. Who knows? It could break down and go to zero. You never know. But that's, you look at the news cycle starting to settle down. The team and I were just looking over a Trump report. Forget which news service put it out, but we were looking over the Trump report. Evidently, it looks like he's going to sign something on the immigration. And that's kind of a bummer, right? Because, this is the same thing we did the last time, right? We did an executive order with another administration. And look how it turned out. All you're doing is kicking the can down the road, and at some point it's just going to become a political football, right? You have to wonder, how much do we really care about these children and these mothers and these families when we can't even stop and pass legislation? You know what I mean? Let's make it a law. These executive orders are all great, and they're nice Band-Aids and stuff, but it doesn't change anything for the long term. We thought with this, what was happening with this, now, we all know, it depends who you watch, your little echo chamber, right? If you're MSNBC, CNN, Fox, whatever, Alex Jones, who knows? But it's you're in your own little echo chamber, and depending on which echo chamber you've been in the last couple of days, you've seen a certain pointed emphasis and agendas, and that really is neither here nor are with us. We really don't care. What we want is a solution. We want this to be solved, and we want it to be solved the way that we do things best in America, and that's to have some legislation, sensible legislation, which creates a law, which is good for everybody over the long run, right? That's the big thing with it. Well, we thought that was going to happen because we know, a lot of this started back in 2014. A lot of the pictures you're seeing are old. A lot of them aren't. The bottom line is it is happening. It needs to stop. Let's don't point fingers. Let's stop with the finger pointing and the name calling. But we thought with all this attention it's getting, because it's getting massive amounts of attention, right, that it would push Congress into actually doing a law. Well, it looks like they just sat on their hands again, and they're leaving it up to the president, whether it's Obama, whether it's Bush, whether it's Trump. They need to stop doing this. Congress is a big, big failure. And they let us down again on this. Again, you can start that old, well, nobody can agree on. Why can't they? Why can't they agree on it? Something as serious and as black and white as this. Why can't they agree on it? It just shows you how ineffective they are. There's Congress is just a mess right now. And like we said in yesterday's show, keep electing those same names, and you'll just keep getting the same result. So but that looks like what's happening is it looks like Trump's signing something. So hopefully that pulls that out of that news cycle, because what happens is, like we said, it's a more of a social thing. So it doesn't really affect the stock markets. Of course, it kind of puts a dampened mood and stuff. People get weird, but it doesn't really affect it. It doesn't push it up. It doesn't push it down. But what it does do is it engulfs the news cycle. So you're getting these good economic reports, right? Like you in the last 2 days, as a viewer, ask yourself, how many economic reports can you name over the last 2 days? Well, there have been 4 of them. Okay. And one was home prices have gone up, right? We had one in Hawaii. The state home prices are at the highest ever. But what happens is this news cycle gets engulfed by all this social news, and everybody misses the economic news. So there's some good things. Did you guys know that there's a big stress test coming up for banks? You haven't heard anything about that, right? And again, here's a disservice for like your CNBCs and stuff like that. They're supposed to be giving us news. They're supposed to be giving us information that we can use. How many people know that there's a bank stress test on, I believe it's next Thursday? But that's a huge thing. A lot of people that feel like the banks aren't moving right now because that's the last piece of the puzzle. Everybody wants to see that they pass the stress test. So we'll see. And again, we had big economic news again. While I'm doing this, I can scroll over to CNBC, and it's just a lot of nothing. Not a lot of usable information today. Some of the marketing stuff in there, but the big thing was, let's review real quick, because we'll make it a quick show today. It is Wednesday. We understand. We're tired too, man. It was a long day today. It was a lot of chart reading today. So big work day. But look, so the Dow posted 7th day in a row losses, but the Nasdaq ended up at a new high. Facebook and Netflix were the culprits in that. They were pushing the market to new highs. Netflix doing great, right? With all the fresh content. Facebook looks like they're starting to work out all that Cambridge Analytica BS and stuff. Get back to business, right? That's what we want. We want to get back to business. Okay. The other things that happen, it looks like the risk on trade is coming back into it a little bit. The VIX continues to trade under 13, which is your fear of volatility index. And that's not showing any signs of panic or anything like that. So what this probably means is over the last few days, people were kind of orderly building portfolios and stuff. And that's what you should be doing. That's what we've been doing as a service. 2 weeks ago, we had that big week, right, where we were cashing in 100% gains, 200% gains. And then we rolled into this week. And at this point, we're kind of setting up positions, and we're going to bang those. So look, if you guys want to be a part of it, there it is. I'll go through the comments real quick, and if there's anything to address, I will. But look, let's see. We got Roland was here. He said hi. Sana said hi. Really, no question. Jake, you guys have any questions or anything? If not, we'll call it a show. We're almost at a half hour anyway. So, but look. Our advice to all you traders out there, man, stay awake right now. Don't mess around. There's a big opportunity coming. When we base like this, which really is what the S&P and the S&P's been doing, which is your really a better indicator than the Dow. It's kind of been basing, right? The last couple of days, even though it was red down 6 points, 5 points, not much percentage wise. So this is the time you need to identify what's the next move, what's the next sector, where am I going to put my money? Put my money to work now before something. You don't want to be late to the party, and you don't want to be chasing the bus that's left the station already, right? So, and remember what Warren always says, Mr. Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, right? You don't hear people call him that much. That's all us old guys call him that, the Oracle of Omaha. But remember what he says, you buy when they sell, you sell when they buy, right? So what are they doing right now? They're selling. So we're looking for bargains. And we think we found some. Like we said, we just got into Snap today. We're not going to tell you the exact trade, but we like it. We're bullish on Snap right now. Some good things happening in that. So look, I think we'll call it a day. It's Wednesday. You guys get through your Wednesday night. And we'll see you back here again tomorrow, okay? Unless anybody has any questions or comments or anything like that. Now, remember, too, if you watch this show later, you can always post a comment. We review the previous shows before we start the current show, just in case we miss something and stuff. Yeah, no worries, Sana. You know, we're having fun, aren't we, Sana? I mean, we're having fun. This is what investing's supposed to be. We're having fun. You know, we're all making a little money. We're all, learning together, and we're just having fun. And that's the main thing. You know, we're not looking for a second job. We're not looking for a new career. We're not looking for anything like that. We're looking to put our money to work and to have a good time. You know, life is short, man. Let's live it and let's smile. And Sana says yes. I have a close relationship with Sana because you remember way back when you're in Sweden, so we had to figure out how to get somebody an account for Sweden and stuff like that. And it wasn't as difficult. It was time consuming, right, Sana? But it wasn't as difficult as we thought it would be. Especially with Schwab, right? They're very helpful and stuff like that. So, and we're very proud to have somebody like you, Sana, in our team. So thank you. But that's the thing, Sana. You know, main thing is when we ask you, are you having fun? That's the main thing. And making a little money, right? Fun money is the best money. But so I guess we'll close it up. We're running just about a half hour today. So, just it's Wednesday. It's hump day. So you guys all out there, you have a great afternoon. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, you're watching this afterwards, go ahead and just post them in the comments. We always review them before we go on live the next day, and we'll answer them. As always, what we like to say, we've got a lot of neat sayings that we've over the years as a company we've gone through, and one of my favorites is Samuel's, make a difference. Just make a difference. If you're walking down the street, nobody's smiling, smile. Make a difference. It's that easy, you notice people having bad days and stuff. Just be nice. Everybody be nice to each other. So let's close this show up. Thank you all for showing up. And again, post your comments in the comment section, questions, and we'll get to them tomorrow. All right. From the StockPickProfits.com trade team to all of you, aloha.